Welcome to the second video of tasks in Scala. Today we're going to work with strings. This is going to be the task you can perform after the video. That is to create a personal greeting for someone based on their first and last name and their country. So, for example, if this is the information that is the input, first name Elena, last name Fuentes, and then the country, the Netherlands, then the greeting could be something like this. Well, hello there, Elena Fuentes from the Netherlands. And you can get as creative as you want to. So, once again, good idea to just write along. And we're going to talk about strings. So, let's just create a string. We do it like this. And the string is going to say, Scala is the best. Woohoo! So, what we saw in the last video, keyword val to create a value. The name of the string is a string, type string, and then Scala is the best. So a string is, just a piece of text. Let's print this. A string. Boom. Okay. Now we can do a few fun things with this. For example, if we split this string up in two parts, Scala is with the space, and then the best, oh, I put a double one here, and we can make a combined string, which once again is a string. Then we can just simply use this operator to put them together. Let's print it so you can see what the result is. A combined string. Difficult word. And it gives you exactly the same thing. So here at the end I put the extra space because if you would take that away, then the result is it's just going to glue it together. This operator just glues the two strings together, creates a new string, and that is being put into a combined string. So we definitely need the space there. And we can also make a combined string in a different way. Oh, the birds are singing pretty loudly here. We can do it like this. Scala is, then another piece of the string, the best. Let's print this. And once again, it just gives exactly the same thing. So here you already see a few different ways how you can create your own strings. Now, next is something that is called string interpolation. For example, we define a value of the type int, which is called current year, which of course is 2021. And then we can create an interpolated string, which is of the type string. Like this, we start with the S. Oh. And then we say the current year is $, the name of the value. Let's print this. Uninterpolated string. The current year is 2021. So you see that this is just being filled out here and printed really neatly. So you just put the S first, and then with the $, you can mention the values that you want to put in your string. And then finally, a string with a new line. So a new line is just this. Press enter to go to the next line. For example, we make this string called 2 lines. This is the first line. Gotta write that correctly. And then with this you can indicate a new line. This is the second line. Let's print it. And now you can see here that it printed 2 lines, right? So for the I, you might be tempted to put a space here, but if you print that, then you will see that it looks a bit weird, because of course then this is the new line, and then from the new line it will start with the space and then the rest of the text. So I'm gonna remove that space over there. Okay, now let's look at a little task that is similar to what you are going to do. Create a table reservation message. So for a restaurant, for example, I have a restaurant Fuentes, and I want to be able to create a table reservation message based on the last name, the number of people, and the time. For example, Gonzalez reserved a table for 3 people at 5 o'clock. Now, I created a really fancy message right here. For example, right? Thank you for your reservation at the best restaurant in town. You are expected at 5 for your table for 3. The reservation was made under the name Gonzalez. We hope you have a great experience. That would be an amazing reservation message. That bird is really going crazy. And I don't want to have to write that every time that I need a reservation message. I just want to be able to plug in the last name, the number of people, and the time, and then always get the same text. So we are going to create a reservation message function. We're going to do it like this. Define, create reservation message. The input of the function is going to be the last name, which is a string, then the number of people, which is an int, and the time, which we're also going to be given as a string, and then the output of the message once again is a string. And then between the curly brackets we do the magic of the function. So the first sentence, I'm just going to copy it from here, is the first part. Boom. Now, at the end, I want a new line to make it more pretty. So you already know how to do this. Now, to make it easier to read for myself, I am just going to split it up like this. But remember that this is not what creates the new line. This is what creates the new line. So we're going to continue on the next line, and that is going to say, we're going to make an interpolated string. You are expected at $time for your table for number of people. And we close it. Great. Now at the end I actually also want a new line here. And once again I'm just splitting it up for clarity. And then the next line is the reservation was made under the name, and we use this variable dots. Once again we put a new line here, and just to show you that we can actually just plug in this last line right behind here. Boom. This should be giving us the correct results. So let's test it. First reservation. We're going to call the create reservation message function, and the input we're going to give it is for Gonzalez for 3 people at 5. Well, let's print this. Let's see if they can make it to Restaurant Fuentes. Thank you for your reservation at the best restaurant in town. You are expected at 5 for your table for 3. The reservation was made under the name Gonzalez. We hope you have a great experience. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And now you also see that everything is on a new line. Doesn't matter if there's a new line in between here. This is the new line keyword. So let's just do one final test What if I am going to make a reservation at my own amazing restaurant for 10 people, and we're gonna make it an early meal. Second reservation. Print it. Print it. Oh, not found. Value second reservation. So I made the typo here too. Second reservation. Well, that's why it didn't give me anything here, obviously. Let's see. You are expected at 12 for your table for 10. It's a big group. Under the name Fuentes. Great. Perfect. Okay. So we talked about strings, how to create a string. We talked about how to combine strings in different ways. String interpolation, how you can plug in different values into your string, and how to use a new line within the string. And now you can go work on the task to create a personal greeting for someone using the first and the last name and the country, and you can get super creative. Okay, well, see you in the next video.